in the AM with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
That was a prime spot to Charger it last night. But the Chargers are not chargering. They're in the postseason. 5 spots in the AFC are locked up. 2 spots remain. One of them is just for an AFC South team. So really, there's 1 spot open in the AFC wildcard race. That's the 7th seed. Who's going to step up and get it? Who's going to grab it? After a Monday full of breaking news across the NFL that will shift the landscape of that AFC wildcard race due to one team's starting quarterback being back in the concussion protocol. Last night's focus was on the Los Angeles Chargers. As everybody was making fun of Brandon Staley and his pregame stretching, get on you, man. Get out there. Get that workout in. Do what you got to do. Get your mind right before the game. The Los Angeles Chargers went out there and, well, it might have been an underwhelming performance for them offensively. They dominated the game, which you saw an Indianapolis Colts team do the same thing over and over and over again. And that is, we're going to change the quarterback and things will be fine. We're going to put a different quarterback in there and it'll all be okay. Maybe it's not all Matt Ryan. Because you know who the best quarterback on the Colts is? It's Matt Ryan. And yet he's the one that constantly gets benched for everyone else's problem. But here we are, the Chargers victorious on Monday Night Football. And they're in the postseason. 20-3 victory for the Chargers over the Colts. And now what does that leave us for the rest of the AFC? Good Tuesday, everyone. Welcome into the opening drive here at 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal. JJ Buck, A. Marie with you. Jeff is still in the vacation portal this week. Hope y'all enjoyed the weekend. And it was, it's one of those weekends where you just turn into Santa. Essentially, you're just carrying toys around whatever venue you're heading to.
Yeah, you're just going.
Oh, Santa visited these grandparents. I can't believe you left more stuff for you at this grandparent's house. He had so much stuff.
Oh, it sounds like your son was on the good list this year, JJ Buck.
It was on the nice list.
He was on the nice list.
It was a very nice weekend, very busy weekend.
It was awesome. This was like the most chill Christmas I had, and just watching a lot of good football on Christmas Eve, and I did not care for the football on Christmas, but we still watched it all. And the NBA games. But Nick Foles gave the Colts a present because with all those interception stuff, now the Colts have a number 5 draft pick as of now. We will see. Hopefully it stays. A little positivity for Colts fans.
It was funny listening to Troy Aikman last night.
I know. I was like,
when he's like, what is this narrative about Nick Foles pushing the football down the field? And then they show the stats, and like none of the stats back up that he likes to throw the football down the field. But the Colts are like, we need to push the football down the field.
And what's weird, the running game was working. The running game was working against the Chargers. Zach Moss looked great last night, and I don't know, in this, Nick Foles was just like, no, we're just going to keep bombing it downfield.
It's like Nick Foles heard that, and he's like, well, I just got to throw it downfield.
Yeah.
Even though this isn't what I want to do, this is what they want me to do.
So Matty Ice's been doing all year too, but you're right. I agree with you that Nick Foles just looked
like they're
awful.
A bad football team.
Yes.
But yet they're so caught up on we got to change the quarterback.
Correct.
It's going to be the quarterback. No, your best quarterback is still Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not good this season. You're not a good football team. Stop telling me it's all Matt Ryan's fault.
Yeah, and they don't take advantage of big opportunities. Forced turnovers, special teams did good. Defense, poor thing, couldn't get off the field. But anyways, that was awful. Nick Foles.
Yeah, after a terrible first quarter for both teams.
JJ, do you know Nick Foles has made $82 million in his career?
He's Super Bowl MVP.
I mean, it's Super Bowl MVP, had a couple great games. I mean, what a awesome.
Yeah, backup quarterback
chilling
on that.
$82 million. Let's go.
It's the second best job outside of being a good quarterback where you make like bonkers money.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But when you find that groove,
$82 million.
So that lane, when you get in your lane, you put up enough good performances that people buy into you. You're great in the meeting room. You're a good teammate. You can have yourself an extended career. But it was funny watching Monday Night Football and then Troy Aikman like freaking out, like, why do they keep telling us this is Nick Foles throws the football downfield? He doesn't do that.
to the Charger secondary he threw to.
Yeah, he throws it right to Derwin James.
Right to Derwin James.
And credit the Chargers.
Yeah.
Because what they've done to get into the postseason, to clinch a playoff spot, is not lose games late. Brandon Staley is making better decisions. He's smarter with his decisions. You still want to be who you are, but he has learned from last year. He's not overly aggressive. He understands the moment last night was just put points on the board. The Colts are not going to do anything offensively. Just go out there,
Nothing.
do good on third down, which you did after the first quarter. Finish drives. Eckler had 2 touchdowns, kick a couple field goals. You win the game. You get to the playoffs. So credit Brandon Staley because he has learned. Brandon Staley is far from the worst coach in the NFL. Which is easy to clown on him after the decisions that he made last season and how they missed the playoffs in that final game. He has learned. This team has overcome a ton of injuries, and we talk about squads all over the place. We're going to get into a lot today. Dealing with injuries, trying to move on. The Chargers have done it. And when you point at them and you laugh at them for all their mistakes, well, you got to give them a ton of credit for not charging it over the last few weeks. Got a really good win over the Dolphins, and then everything went their way this week, and the Jets, the Patriots, and the Raiders lost, and so it set up a win, and you're in game on Monday Night Football. And they didn't let Jeff Saturday and his Colts get going. Now, Amory, I hope that I can just have like 1% of the confidence that Jeff Saturday has in his abilities.
Yeah, me too.
Because he is a confident man. But I wonder what Jeff Saturday thought he was going to do for the Indianapolis Colts. Like when you hear Jim Irsay talk about it again, and he's like, it was the middle of the night. It was 1:30, and Jeff Saturday, he talked to his family. He was all in. Like,
I know that one win seemed like a long time ago against the Raiders. I don't know.
And it was right, and it's for as poor as they have played, they had a 33-0 lead over the Vikings.
Yeah, they did.
Like, this could be a, hey, Jeff Saturday's not doing too bad. Beat the Raiders, beat the Vikings. But now it's, you beat the Raiders. You're playing musical chairs at the quarterback position. You have
Again,
the biggest...
they've been doing this for a while.
The
too.
biggest come-from-ahead loss in NFL history on your resume. It ain't pretty, Jeff Saturday. But I love
Better
your
start deleting
confidence,
those tweets. And oh man, just since Andrew Luck, the Andrew Luck era, they've struggled with finding a good, stable quarterback. They either go to an old man who's about to retire, which they've done a couple times now, and I'm surprised they're sticking with Jeff Saturday. Said he's going to stick with Nick Foles. I know we're going into week 17, but I don't know if Sam.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at this point. They're just looking for the NFL draft.
And what does
Very
that
frustrating, though.
leave us? One spot left in the wild card.
And it's going to be wild.
Number 4 is between the Jags and Titans. And how about the first place Jacksonville Jaguars? Hopefully you bought this stock earlier in the season.
JJ Buck.
The Miami Dolphins currently hold the 7th seed in the AFC playoffs.
Ugh.
But Tua Tagovailoa is in concussion protocol again. The symptoms showed up on Monday. And this is tough because this is one of the things we collectively don't have a good grasp on. And it's when you're not immediately showing symptoms, because I didn't see a moment in that game on Sunday that was obvious like it was in the Buffalo Bills game. I didn't see a moment where Tua hit the ground, stumbled, and took some time to get up. So everyone again out there, shredding the NFL, and how could this happen? How could you not know? Well, because the brain is still a thing we do not know a lot about. And it was interesting listening also to Steve Young on Monday Night Countdown talk about this, because he's dealt with it in his career. And he's very passionate about it, what the NFL tries to do. So this isn't one where I immediately point fingers at Miami and go, oh, you did it again. This was not as obvious as the Buffalo game. But what it does bring in is now the conversations we're having about Tua playing, not playing, like, that's real. Like, should this dude if he can't even take a regular tackle in a game now,
He looks
play
off.
this season, let alone what does that do for his career? Because you start there for Tua. Like, because the hit that they're showing you, yeah, he went down, he hit the ground after a pass. But if he can't handle that, he can't be a quarterback in the NFL anymore. And so you start there with Tua and his health and his career, because look at what we're seeing. Matt Stafford, 2 concussions, he sat down. Now, I understand it's different. The Dolphins are competing for a playoff spot. It's a lot easier when you're losing to sit down your quarterback. But now the Miami Dolphins have a huge question. He's had Tua for half a season look like NFL MVP. He was bad in the second half.
It was so bad on Sunday.
does that-
He looked off. And against the 49ers as well. He just looked super off. And I hope it's just bad football play and not brain injury, but that's scary.
I know, so you started thinking, like, wait a second.
But that's the risk you take playing this game, though. I mean,
Yeah, you
I'm
know
not
it's a
blaming-
risk,
I'm not
but
blaming
You don't
him.
want 3 in like 2 months.
no, we've seen
That
no
changes
contact
everything.
injuries. You've seen hand injuries. The list can go on at what kind of injuries we have in the NFL. It's a very physical game. But to your point, JJ, I would definitely sit him the rest of the.
Like, how can you put him
I
back
know
out
playoffs. I know
Even
it's
if he
playoffs.
clears.
I know it's playoffs. But I would take the time to learn from the situation, and maybe this will help future situations
there?
like
If
this.
you can't even take a tackle,
Yeah.
and then a day later, he's
And-
like, yeah, I'm having symptoms again.
And I know people are upset too that this is changing, like the personal foul, the hits on the quarterback. Some are extreme, some are not. But so I definitely think we should sit Tua for the long run. This is the head injury. This is scary.
And so for the Miami Dolphins, you start there with Tua, his career, not just this season, but what does that do moving forward for him as your starting quarterback? And then you look at it in the moment for the Miami Dolphins, who had a terrible second half. They lost 26-20 to the Green Bay Packers, and here's Aaron Rodgers.
Here they come.
And so you also start asking yourself, was that second half, was Tua off then? Did this really hit him the next day? Or was he feeling something in the moment? Because there were a couple throws there where you're like, where's that
Huge.
football going? There's not a receiver right there. One of them, all right, might have been a miscommunication, expecting a receiver to
No,
run
it
a
was
certain
bad.
route.
It was bad. It was bad.
But
Those
Tua was
those were
terrible
bad. Yeah,
in the
no.
second half. And then you start thinking, oh, was there something else going on to cause that? Because he looked really good in the first half, and then all of a sudden, Green Bay Packers defense looked like one of the best defenses. Now, if you go over that stretch of games for Miami, we can look at the 49ers game and go, the 49ers are just that good. But then you have the Chargers performance, then you have the second half against the Green Bay Packers. And that's putting a lot of pressure just on Tua, and now it is that conversation again. It's not just about his play, it's about he's going to be on the field. So can Teddy Bridgewater get the Miami Dolphins into the playoffs? 505-246-0610. That is the 377 Brewery hotline and text line. This morning, we got a ranked team here in Albuquerque. 22nd ranked Lobo men's basketball team. We're talking about a bold victory for New Mexico State yesterday. But the other breaking news, Denver Broncos fired their head coach, Nathaniel Hackett. We'll dive into that next. It is the opening drive here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
How wrestling really works
We would
and
like to
how
thank
you get the
following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about. drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Internet.
The Broncos lost to the Seahawks. Everyone's pointing out, oh, look at the 2 goal line fumbles. Melvin Gordon, Vontae Williams lost one. But the decision-making throughout the game, the decision-making on the final possession, we settled for a 65-yard field goal. Nathaniel Hackett, it didn't start good, and it ended worse for the former Broncos head coach. Does not even get through 1 year. The Broncos pulled the trigger on Nathaniel Hackett, fired after an embarrassing performance on Christmas. It is when your team gives up, and that is what you can say happened to the Broncos on Sunday. The defense cashed in. There's a 1 unit on that team. It's playing hard, and that's why coming into this season, so many people thought the Broncos were just a quarterback away. They have a good defense. Just need the quarterback. Well, so many things went wrong for the Denver Broncos. And 51 points against on Christmas. And this will be for Jeff. We'll play this. This is the icing on the terrible cake that was the Nathaniel Hackett era for the Denver Broncos. Around the world, on Christmas, on Nickelodeon. The kids even watched the destruction of the Denver Broncos.
Rip and Hassel. Rams rush full. Throw goes to the right side. It's intercepted at the 15. Kobe Durant down the sideline. 50, 40, 30. All gas. No brakes. Touchdown. Kobe Durant to cement a Christmas Day win for the Los Angeles Rams.
51-14. 51-14.
It was fun to watch on Nickelodeon.
That was the only way to watch that game. People getting slimed, Patrick Starr roasting Russell Wilson. Just get in line with your Russell Wilson jokes. Now, Nathaniel Hackett goes down because that's the easiest thing to change. He's the head coach. There's no salary cap implications. You're not hitting with a dead cap hit. The Broncos, as an organization, have a lot of issues. That is 7 straight years, no postseason. So Nathaniel Hackett, easiest thing. He's gone. Not the guy. But now you look at Russell Wilson. And this isn't about a coach coming in trying to fix Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson has to fix himself. Dude looks like a rookie.
He's a veteran quarterback and needs to hold himself accountable. I don't know.
He looks lost.
Every week I keep trying because this has been his worst season of football. Before this season, he has had a great resume, JJ. This is awful. And you can't fire Russell Wilson. The fall guy was Nathaniel Hackett, but they're both. It's not good for both.
Russell Wilson has to fix
they're
himself.
Both.
This is not.
They're both the problem. Everyone say Nathaniel Hackett. Russell Wilson is also the
It
problem.
starts with Hackett. It goes to Russell Wilson. And then the general manager. Because almost every move they made this offseason was bad. Randy Gregory, bad signing. Then the dude is out there punching Rams offensive linemen after the game. You can't trust Randy Gregory. There's a reason that Cowboys are okay with not matching the offer the Broncos gave Randy Gregory this offseason. So that's another swing and a miss for the Broncos front office. They had to make the move because Nathaniel Hackett, a while ago, lost this team. And Sunday, it came to a head because this is a team void of leadership. There's no leader on this team. Defense cashed in. They finally broke after trying to hang on all season long. Russell Wilson doesn't just have to fix himself. He has to find a way to win that team over. Because, yeah, you got the deal. You're not going anywhere. You have to go out there and show that you are willing to accept responsibility for what is happening with this football team. You're the quarterback and head coach. The two people with a win-loss record attached to their name, and the two people that have to accept blame even if it isn't on them. But a lot of this is on Russell Wilson. This has just turned into a bad football team. This is now a bad organization. The Broncos are one of those teams where they're just not handling things well. So you're void of leadership. You see a team fall apart on the field. So when you got a dude out there punching people after the game, you're giving up 51 points to the Los Angeles Rams that are actually in a worse position than you are going into that game with their best players on the sideline. They're playing with a backup quarterback. And the Broncos make Cam Akers, who I thought, at one point in time in LA tell this dude not to show up this season.
Yeah. I cut him from fantasy football week 3, JJ.
And he looked great on Sunday.
Against a really good Denver Bronco defense, quote unquote.
So it starts with Russell Wilson fixing himself this offseason. He's got to figure out what quarterback can he be the rest of the way. Because he's not one of these dudes. Aaron Rodgers, and I'm not even Tom Brady over the last few years, that can still be really good as they get older. He's only going to be 34 years old. And that shouldn't be over the hill as a quarterback. But Russell Wilson, everything about his game looks terrible right now. So he's got to fix himself. It's not on the next head coach to fix Russell Wilson. He's got to figure that out. And then as an organization, where do you go if you're the Denver Broncos? I don't think it's immediately go to Sean Payton as the answer to this. I still think you can look at maybe first-time head coach candidates like a DeMarco Ryans in San Francisco, a guy that could ignite the locker room, that could have the trust. Like, it doesn't have to be an offensive guy as long as you get the right offensive coordinator. Because we just saw that with Nathaniel Hackett. And I'll keep going back to, I think the Broncos, when they hired Hackett, they were feeling like they were getting Aaron Rodgers.
Right. And then they got the quarterback.
I think they got Nathaniel Hackett just because they thought they were getting Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, you're saying
So you hire the
thought it was
assistant
coming
from
together.
Green
You thought it
Bay.
was coming together because we weren't sure what was going to happen with Aaron Rodgers.
And then Aaron Rodgers
Gotcha.
stays.
Sorry.
And then you get into the, I guess, bidding war with themselves for Russell Wilson, and then it's all downhill. Because if you're Denver, you're sitting there as a Bronco fan, going, we just saw Brian Daboll, who looks like he's got something. You saw Kevin O'Connell, who's got something really good going on in Minnesota. Mike McDaniel. All those guys landed somewhere looking pretty good, and you were left with Nathaniel Hackett. So he's the easy thing to change a head coach. That organization has a lot of work to do. They had to make the move now because it didn't matter. There's nothing that Nathaniel Hackett was going to do to save his job. The team has lost. They cashed in. They're embarrassed on Christmas. Nickelodeon was the only way to somehow someone get through watching that game. If you kept it on and didn't switch over to the NBA, which, my goodness. Do you see Suns Nuggets?
JJ, I'm not going to lie to you.
Holy jeebus.
I was going back and forth between, and no, I did not watch it.
The Suns Nuggets
I know.
was the best sporting event on Sunday.
No, I know, because even the basketball games were kind of boring to me. But, yeah, no. And then I was like, all right, I'll watch Tom Brady and the third-string quarterback. Should have watched.
And then Sunday night.
Should have watched the Suns Nuggets.
We'll get there. The Broncos make the move. They're an organization that's in trouble, but they got owners with a lot of money. They're going to be throwing money at things trying to fix problems, but they got a lot of work to do. 505-246-0610. That is the 377 Brewery hotline. Also, the text line this morning. Unfinished business between Dallas and Philadelphia. But there's some turbulence for the Eagles. And Dak Prescott, statement game against Philadelphia. So what does it all mean coming out of that game as more questions arise for the Eagles? It is the opening drive here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
It's the $15,000 Malloy Los Lunas.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am an Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
What time is it? It's time to go outside. Oh, bubble guppies. No. A little. See what I've been watching.
It's been a while, JJ, since I've watched. It's been a couple years.
Raise your hand. Talking to you, Dallas Cowboy fan.
Woo!
After Dak Prescott threw that pick six, how many of y'all were throwing things, saying, this is the bleep we get with Dak Prescott. He's overrated. He's terrible. Where's Cooper Rush when you need him? Only to see Dak Prescott torch the Eagles the rest of the way. And they needed Dak. Because both defenses in this game, not great. It was all about the offense, and Gardner Minshew lit you up. So the Cowboys feeling good after beating the Eagles. Not feeling good about that defense. Late turnovers, made some plays. Gardner Minshew had that 50-50 pass that was intercepted. Miles Sanders puts it on the ground. And the Cowboys win late. 40-34. So you put up 40 points on the Eagles defense. So Dak Prescott bounced back with authority. 347, 3 touchdowns, that 1 interception. And they needed him. And this was a game I didn't think Dak Prescott was. You look at it and say, he's got to win it by himself. But he was a big factor in that comeback for the Dallas Cowboys. So all of a sudden, you cannot trust that defense. Going from Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year, to, my goodness, what is happening with the Dallas Cowboys defense. But there's unfinished business between these two teams. And in a rivalry game, you beat a division foe. As a fan, I think the Eagles won the first matchup, Cowboys win the second matchup. That's what you care about. But there's still unfinished business because we haven't seen Prescott versus Hurts this season. But coming out of that for the Dallas Cowboys, you're still sitting there. This spot, you're 11-4. You never know what's going to happen. The Philadelphia Eagles come out of this weekend. It's a little turbulent, Amory. You lose Lane Johnson, he goes down. We've seen some of the injuries they've had defensively. So we talked about the cushion that they built, which allowed them to rest Jalen Hurts. And Gardner Minshew, game was right there. Multiple leads in that game for the Philadelphia Eagles. So this wasn't a quarterback problem. It was the right move playing Gardner Minshew. He made enough plays, but faltered late. But now if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, that margin for error is shrinking a little bit. And the time you have ahead of the postseason, you really want to lock in that number 1 seed. Because of the injuries you have. Lane Johnson going down. Your best tackle. Cameron Gardner-Johnson, a safety, he's been out. And you're sitting there going, oof, it's only a game now between the second place Minnesota Vikings and the first place Philadelphia Eagles. You have an 11-4 49ers team, an 11-4 Dallas Cowboys team sitting there. So this is how quickly things can change. You got yourself that cushion, but you used one of those mulligans this past weekend. So, Marie, Eagles, Cowboys, coming out of that game, how are you feeling about both these teams?
I am feeling good. I think Gardner Minshew played better than expected. I realize that Jalen Hurts is the franchise and huge for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think I was a little worried about the Eagles, I'm not going to lie. And this isn't taking away from the Dallas Cowboy fans. Dallas Cowboy fans, don't come at me. I think you're good. I think the Eagles have the better quarterback still, and I like Dak. They want to cancel me, JJ. It's fine. Come after me. This is what's going to be crazy, JJ Buck. They gave up their mulligan, and this is going to get really spicy for the top couple seats. Because now I'm a little worried about the Minnesota Vikings. Because you know what, JJ? I was allowed a mulligan until Aaron Rodgers came along on Sunday and made it a little nerve-wracking for the Minnesota Vikings to go to Lambeau Field next week.
Got a little bit closer.
I think the Eagles have the easiest schedule out of all the top teams. And I still think the scariest team to me still is the 49ers. So even with Brock Purdy. So.
And if I'm the Dallas Cowboys.
But the Dallas Cowboys are a good team.
5th seed.
I just think we're waiting for the choke, and I think people wait for that for the Minnesota Vikings as well.
Yeah, the
Dak
defense
Prescott
is falling apart, and
No,
I don't see the defense turning a corner right now for the Dallas Cowboys. But that
no.
Dak Prescott game was huge.
Yes,
because he was really good
against a
after that
really good
interception.
Eagles defense.
So that's you come out of that game going, all right, if you can get that out of Dak Prescott, you're going to need him to elevate it. It's not just going to be dink and dunk manage, because you're not going to win in the postseason just being able to manage things. You're going to have those wow moments from your quarterback to win playoff games. You got that from Dak. But if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I'm okay, because I'm not scared of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Stop telling me we need to be scared of Tom Brady in the playoffs. Stop telling me, oh, you're going to have to go on the road to beat Tom Brady. If teams would stop handing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers football games.
Thank you, JJ.
Stop giving Tom Brady the opportunity to have one good drive in a game
to get it
and
to his
win.
field goal kicker. To get it to his field goal kicker.
Trace McSorley had a 10-point lead over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're an average football team. There's nothing to be scared of. It's a resume for Tom Brady.
JJ, and I'm so sick of hearing Dallas. You rather go see the Minnesota Vikings than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Get over. I'm so sick of it. I am so sick of the lack of disrespect.
40-3. It happens. Things in this league change on a dime. Round 2 does not always look the same as round 1. But if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I'm sitting there feeling very good, even about being the 5th seed in the NFC playoffs. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all day, every day at their house.
That's what I would want, too, if I was the Dallas Cowboys.
I don't want to see the 49ers. I don't want to see the Vikings, which you're not going to see in the first round.
No, you're not.
If you're sitting there at 5, it's 4-5 matchup. Give me the Buccaneers.
Give me the Buccaneers.
I am not scared of Tom Brady. If teams would stop handing the Buccaneers games. He had overtime, made some throws. But don't give it to them. Don't pitch the football and not able to catch a pitch. Fumbling it away. The Buccaneers are not taking these games back. There is, for every comeback, there's an element of collapse. When you look at the Saints game, look at the Cardinals game, it is way more collapse than comeback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So if teams would stop handing them these games, there would be nothing to be scared of. So you credit Tom Brady in overtime, but how did it get to overtime? Sure as heck wasn't because Tom Brady was awesome, because Tom Brady was a GOAT. Because these teams can't finish games. So if you do give them that sliver of hope, yeah, he can pull off a drive. But I think the playoffs, at this point in time with what we've seen from these teams, if that's the matchup on the Cowboys, give me the Buccaneers all day, every day.
Absolutely.
Because even with a porous defense, I'm taking Dallas over Tampa Bay right now. Because the Buccaneers can't go out there and control a game against Trace McSorley. They're not doing it against Dak Prescott.
No.
505-246-0610. That is a 377 Brewery hotline and text line this morning. I got to take in those Minnesota Vikings this morning as well. We're going to dive into another late game victory for the Vikings. So stop discounting the Minnesota Vikings just because they win games late.
You're about to get an A. Murray, get off your rocks.
We'll get there.
10 minutes.
But something happened yesterday for the first time in this man's coaching career. It is one of the favorite head coaches for A. Murray.
Yes. Oh, no, I will say it. I love Jerry Kill.
Quick Lane Bowl, New Mexico State, Bowling Green. What happened? What does it all mean for football in the state of New Mexico? It is opening drive here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by
Young, here's one up off the rim. Jarek Dudal with that shot, and Mask underneath. Defense is not there in time. Good move by Justin Mass.
Well, first. Nice pass. That's working that flex offense right there. And there's another timeout for Coach Barella.
Montez scans the scene, finds the corner, shot is up. Ooh, there's another one. Aris, that's 9 for Aris as she's hit.
And Coach Segura said there have been some injuries on preps as far as the players, so maybe playing zone right now.
Fights 3 is good. Jackson Fight knocks it down for the left side, from the left side for the Sun Devils. They lead by 10.
They're playing.
The perfect 36 on his ACT composite. Big 3! Buried in by Dylan McCleskey.
Trifectas of her own. Fires it off down low. Campos off the glass, and there it is.
Put this shot, they got a shot up with 5 seconds. Transition 3's up, and it's hit at the buzzer by Ian Tonsberg. Picture perfect execution. Ball it hit the ground in 5 seconds.
Ball is stolen away by Montoya. Sartans are on the break. Calb finds Trujillo. Pump fake. Trujillo was rejected by Terrell. Rebounded by Calb. Hook shot is up. It's good. 2 points for Brian Calb.
Go one-on-one, and this is good things usually have. Oh, great.
H.A. Rivera. I think the story in this one is the pressure defense that has turned up. They force another turnover. Calb's on the break.
Throw it down.
Calb puts it down. Brian Calb with the dunk in transition.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports.
Sports Animal.
So I was a little surprised to learn that was Jerry Kill's first ever bowl victory. I just assumed he had one at this point in his career.
0-5.
0-5. Jerry Kill, the Mexico State head coach. But the Aggies beat Bowling Green in the Quick Lane Bowl. Got interesting late in that game. But Diego Pavia, Mexico kid, sets his tone, making plays, wide receivers catching the passes. That's different in Mexico State team. And here's the thing with the Aggies this year. Because I know the back and forth and where it's coming. New Mexico State, there's something about creating your own luck. Being able to take advantage of things that are in front of you. And when the Aggies went on the road and beat Liberty late in the season, it opened the door for that waiver. So they had to go win that game on the road to have a chance to get a waiver from the NCAA to be a bowl-eligible football team with 5 wins. Because that last game of the season, beating Valparaiso, that didn't mean anything. That did not get them bowl-eligible. It was just another game so they could say they're 6-6. So they had to go out there and beat Liberty. They did. So being able to take advantage of quote-unquote luck, well, you have to put yourself in that position. They won a game, got the waiver, and then went out there and beat Bowling Green. So beating Liberty, beating Bowling Green late in the season definitely softens, being a waiver team, beating 2 FCS teams. Because everything the Aggies did this season, when we talk about messes, no, they hit everything. Nail, top of the head. Jerry Kill, Diego Pavia, the offensive players. So in just 1 year, New Mexico State feeling entirely different about their football program moving forward. And that does put a little bit of pressure differently on the team here in Albuquerque. The way fans are feeling about the future and team development and rebuilding. But Jerry Kill gets his first bowl win in New Mexico State over Bowling Green. 505-246-0610, the 377 Brewery Hotline. JJ Buck, A. Marie with you this morning. Symbieta in the vacation portal. And he was feeling pretty good about his Rams victory.
Yeah, he was excited.
Now, he wasn't happy with the Broncos defense for his fantasy football team. But
I needed them to win in one of the playoffs. Yeah.
But Tony wants to talk about the Denver Broncos. Good morning, Tony. What's going on?
Good morning. Well, you got what you wanted there, JJ. He's gone. And that game, look, I've been a Broncos fan long time. Love my Broncos. I couldn't do it anymore. I think it was 4 minutes into the third quarter, I turned it off. I just couldn't watch it anymore. It was one thing after another. I turned and looked at my wife and I said, he's gone. He's gone. If if the Rams score again, he's gone. He's gone. And then when I looked at the highlights, well, for us, the lowlights, it was 51. I was like, yeah, there's no way he survives. No way he survives. And you know what? You're right, JJ. He was in over his head. He was. I tried giving him the benefit of the doubt because I'm not one of those guys that when something goes wrong, go fire the coach, cut this guy, bench this guy. No, I don't do that. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt on some stuff. But this is just too much, man. It was just too much. You got teammates fighting on the sidelines and arguing and pushing, and it's just he lost complete control. And for him to come out and say, well, that was embarrassing. Well, yeah, it was, man. We know that. We saw the game. It was embarrassing. Like, what are you going to do? But, and then, look, I can take bad football. And, yes, Denver is the most injured team. 20 players on injured reserve. 20. Of those 20, how many are starters? About, 8, 9 of them? And yes, injuries are part of the game. And can't use that as an excuse. But when you're like almost doubling everybody else in injuries, that's bad. And then a new coach, new system, but Russ with bonehead play after bonehead play, it got way too much, man. And I don't know. What do you think, Sean Payton?
Oh, Tony, appreciate the phone call, man. I don't think Sean Payton is the answer.
No, but that's
for the Broncos.
That's what I love about sports fans, though. It's like a coach gets fired and you see who's in the portal, and I just saw everyone. Sean Payton, yes, please.
Because if I'm the Broncos, I don't want to have to give up draft picks to get Sean Payton right now.
No.
Like they're a team that they need all of those picks. They need to replenish that roster. And to Tony's point with the players on IR, Rams' two best players, or three best players, were not playing that game. Cooper Kupp, Aaron Donald, Matthew Stafford. So that game specifically, it did not matter about the IR. You want to look at the season as a whole? Yeah, that's a storyline for the Denver Broncos. But Nathaniel Hackett, he never had this team. It was clear week one, he was in over his head. When you had to hire a babysitter for clock management, for game decisions, it happens. First-time head coaches, it ain't easy. Now, Nathaniel Hackett is where you start, but that's not bring in Sean Payton and the Broncos are going to be good. Because they're an organization that has a lot of things to figure out. First and foremost, it's not about a coach fixing Russell Wilson, too, when we're looking at, Sean Payton come in working with Russell Wilson. No, Sean Payton at the end wasn't great with Drew Brees. There were some losing seasons there for Sean Payton as a Super Bowl champion. But the offseason's about Russell Wilson fixing himself. What can Russell Wilson get out of himself? And then the head coach will be a part of it. They made moves. They tried. They're like, Russell Wilson, quarterback array. Randy Gregory. Just adding to the defense. And all Randy Gregory has done is, he's been one of those guys that's been hurt. He's out there punching players post-game, so he's suspended for the next game. They're a bad organization right now, but it had to start with Nathaniel Hackett because they're a team void of leadership. 505-246-0610, the 377 Brewery hotline and text line this morning. You got a ranked basketball team here in Albuquerque. The Lobos, number 22. They start Mountain West play tomorrow night at home against Colorado State. We'll break down the Lobos in Mountain West play. And so many NFL takes for you here on the opening drive. 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports app.
Haters gonna.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to
Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and JJ Bond.
Undefeated and ranked heading into Mountain West play. The Lobos got on the board yesterday with the new AP Top 25 poll. Associated Press Top 25. New Mexico coming in 22 in the AP Top 25. And that matters for fans, for the program, and get you on the ticker, the social media impressions, retweets, players putting out there, the fans putting out there. Top 25 matters just for recognition. Now, when we look at the other numbers, things will break down like net rankings, KenPom, some of all that science behind NCAA resumes. There's some interesting things when you compare net rankings to KenPom, where the Lobos are. But they start conference play tomorrow night at home against Colorado State. And right now, the Mountain West, it's going to be fantastic. There's opportunities every week and landmines every single week. Odds came out yesterday, or the other day, from Bet Online. So, non-conference play wrapped up. New odds to win the Mountain West Conference. San Diego State the favorite, 2-3. But then Utah State 5-1 ahead of New Mexico 9-1. You best start paying attention, Utah State. I was slow to come around on the Aggies, but they feel just like New Mexico. Why aren't people paying attention to us? Well, the Lobos, they got in the rankings. To me, it's top two. San Diego State should still be the favorite. They played a very challenging non-conference schedule. They're still a very good basketball team. Then I believe it's the Lobos right there. And then you got to start giving Utah State credit for what they did. Because the numbers, they like Utah State. Net rankings and KenPom. And when you combine the two, you get a picture of what we're going to see in Mountain West play. And it should be a lot of great games, opportunities, but also games that could really hurt you. But multiple bid league, looks like it for the Mountain West. Still opening drive here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. JJ Buck, A. Marie, Symbieta in the transfer portal. No transfer. Vacation portal this week. Oh, one of the many people finding out that not just flying out east is a problem. It's a mess right now.
Oh, it's a mess. I feel it's, God bless everybody. I hope everyone's
just getting home, getting somewhere. Whew.
It's tough.
Hang in there.
And this isn't the first year, guys. I used to deal with this all the time living in New York trying to get home for the holidays. It's just a stressful, crazy time of year to travel. I know it seems more than ever right now, but geez, Louise. Always traveling during the holidays. Always. I've gotten stuck in a lot of airports.
Isn't it fun sitting at home, heater going, man, I'm glad I'm not in Chicago.
Oh, and the weather was just incredible this weekend.
It was just
in New Mexico.
Unbelievably cold everywhere else.
Yeah.
There wasn't like massive snow games.
Weather,
the worst
weather trolls of the sports animal, the OD and the AM.
Enjoy it. The worst game condition-wise looked like Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, it's like minus 30
it was
wind
cold
chill.
And it was slick.
JJ,
but it was just like bitter cold everywhere else.
JJ, while you're talking about the undefeated men's Lobo basketball team, I need to promote something. This Wednesday at 377 Brewery. We've been telling you about it all the time. I'm going to be hosting a pregame party before the game from 4 to 6 p.m. So come out. There's going to be prize giveaways, to future tickets to future Lobo games. There's going to be other prizes,
Perfect
food
pregame
specials.
spot. It's like right around the corner.
It's right around the corner on the northwest corner of Yale and Gibson. So come hang out with your girl Amory. Pregame party to take down Colorado State 4 to 6 this Wednesday before you head over to the pit. And the food's amazing. And they got new beers.
And new beers.
Okay, sorry.
Sold. We're in.
Had to throw that in there.
505-246-0610. Edward wants to get in on the NFL. What's up, Edward? How you doing?
Good. Happy couple days post Christmas. You know, when you live as the Crusher, every day is like Christmas. But it sounds like a nice Wednesday pregame extravaganza for the Lobo game. I want to talk briefly about the Lobos and the Aggies, and then a rapid fire on the NFL. If you would just bear with me, I'll be succinct. I'm so proud of the Lobo program to be ranked, and I think even bigger things are coming. I love their coach, and I'm excited to see what transpires. Even more impressive, the New Mexico State Aggies to go from almost canceling your program a couple of years ago to the first-year coach winning 7 games and a bowl game back east is one of the most impressive things I've seen probably in the last couple of decades in New Mexico sports, quite honestly. And for that kid out of Volcano Vista, Javia, go out there and freaking man up, that was impressive. So I'm very proud of both. You can be a fan and proud of both universities as a New Mexican. Real quick on the NFL. I sat there, and my good friend Tony called in earlier, and I was sitting there just kind of watching that Bronco game, and I said, here's a team that's down 30 to a 4-win team that is playing a quarterback that not one but 2 organizations have cut this year, and you're down 30. And JJ, I remember early in the year, they should have fired that coach week 1 at the end of that first game. I completely and wholeheartedly agree with you. And I'm not, here to jump on people, but he was uniquely unqualified for that job. And, I think they'll make a good move. So, boy, good riddance. The Buccaneers, they're bad. They are bad. Todd Bowles is a disaster. And they interviewed him right at halftime. They interviewed the coach right at halftime. And they're like, hey, well, what do you need to do? And he's like, we need to run the ball more. He actually said this. We need to run the ball more. They are last in the league in rushing. By the way, Tampa Bay and what Brady's dealing with, 9 of their offensive linemen, their whole entire starting 5, and 4 others have gotten hurt this year. He's playing with a third-string left tackle and a third-string center. I would beckon you to say, put any quarterback in that situation in the NFL, any of them, and I think they would struggle. But no excuses. They are bad. I told my friends the next 2 weeks, they should work on no-huddle tempo offense. That's their only chance to win. Because they are bad, and they're going to get into the playoffs if they win Sunday. And let me tell you, you don't want to play him in the playoffs. And they're going to face the Cowboys, and if it's close late, you know what's going to happen. I'm just throwing it out there. Briefly on the Cowboys, boy, things change quickly, and I give Dak credit. I'm kind of harsh on Dak, but all it took was, 4 turnovers. Yeah. For some reason, the Philadelphia running back fumbles the ball twice with no contact. Just puts it on the ground. And they made 2 great defensive turnovers. The Philadelphia Eagles didn't punt all day. It was a 10-point game with 5 minutes to go, and it was 3rd and 30. Think about how the dynamics and the attitude of Cowboys fans changed with one play. Dak goes back and heaves it. Great throw, great catch, momentum shifts. One play, and you're feeling completely different about your team. All you need in the playoffs is for another 4-turnover game and for Dak to play the greatest game of his career to win a 6-point game against the backup quarterback. I don't think it's going to happen. But we'll see. That's why you play the game. Anyway, I thought I'd share those thoughts with you. Monday night's game next Monday is going to decide who's going to go to the Super Bowl. If the Bills win in Cincinnati and they get home field advantage, they're going to go play the 49ers in the Super Bowl. If they lose, then Kansas City's probably going to get the home field advantage, and then we'll see how that plays out. But if KC does not get home field advantage, they're not going to make it to the gauntlet because all the 4 best quarterbacks in the league are in the AFC, and that's all I want to see is the best quarterbacks playing. And I think
we're
going to
get that in the AFC playoffs. Edward, appreciate the phone call. Now, yes, a lot of things went Dak Prescott's way. The 4 turnovers from the Eagles, he was really good after that interception, as Edwards pointing out. I'm not worried about the Cowboys against the Buccaneers.
I'm not either.
The Buccaneers scored 6 points into the fourth quarter against the Cardinals. Now, if I'm sitting here and we're saying, all right, who can be a Super Bowl champion? Who can be in a conference championship game? I don't have the Cowboys high on that list right now. They would be 4. Because I'll take Brock Purdy and the 49ers. I'll take the Minnesota Vikings. I'll take the Philadelphia Eagles over the Dallas Cowboys right now. But yeah, it's don't give Tom Brady the chance. Don't hand him the opportunity. The Saints and Cardinals handed him the opportunity to win that game late, and he can still make those throws. But I'm not scared of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If I'm the Cowboys, that's who I want to see in the first round. I want to go to Tampa. I want to make that statement against Tom Brady. I want to show that they can win that game. They should win that game. Everything, yeah, Tom Brady on the third string center, third string left tackle. He still can't make plays down the field. Is that a timing thing? Because he sure as heck is taking those shots. It's just not like he's not getting enough time to make the passes. Mike Evans and Tom Brady have not been on the same page this season. It is wild to see that even when he's getting the times, he's not making these throws. But you're right. If you give him one moment, he can still take advantage of it. But he's been gifted those moments. And I don't think he's going to be gifted that in the postseason.
Father time.
And it's not necessarily a father time thing with Tom Brady. Because watching Tom Brady, I don't go, oh, that's a guy that can't make the throws or can't
No,
make
he
the plays.
can.
Because that's what he did in overtime. That's what he did in the final
Yeah,
drive.
and he has the
against
receivers.
Saints,
He has weapons. Yeah.
against the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about, don't gift wrap that opportunity to him. You're playing a third string quarterback, and they still had to gift wrap you that opportunity to win that game in overtime. So I don't care about his resume. You know, it's Tom Brady. You don't want to see him in the playoffs. Heck yeah, I do. It's not a good football team right now. And if you can go out there, have the lead in the fourth quarter, and not turn the football over, you're going to win that game if you're the Dallas Cowboys. Because it's not the Philadelphia Eagles, where you do need some turnovers, even with their backup quarterback, because Philadelphia is that good. They're an overall roster that is pushing San Francisco, where they can play with a backup quarterback and still be really successful.
We've also seen in their past that they can do that.
Now, if Dallas goes into that first round matchup with the Bucs and gets lit up, well, that tells you everything you need to know. But I don't think that the Buccaneers at this point in time can even light up a poor Dallas Cowboys defense.
JJ, it's all about past narratives. You're like, okay, Tom Brady, his resume, one of the greatest of all time, Hall of Famer. Yes, obviously. But you said it right. He's on a bad team. People are waiting for the Cowboys to choke. People are waiting for the Vikings to choke. People are just automatically assuming it's going to be Eagles or 49ers. And that's okay. But you better start believing in those Cowboys and Vikings. I'll say both teams.
I don't know if you need to believe in the Cowboys just yet, but you need to believe in the Minnesota Vikings, because if the whole playoff started today thing, the second best quarterback, and if it started today, maybe the best quarterback in the NFC is wearing purple.
Woo!
And why you need to believe in the Minnesota Vikings next. It's the opening drive here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of
Merry Christmas, Minnesota Vikings fans! The Vikings have beaten the Giants 27-24. It's Joseph from 61. Wow!
The Vikings beating the New York Giants, a 61-yard field goal. That was a 4-point spread. I think both of us were sitting there thinking it would be right on that number.
Oh, no. Yeah, the Vikings got to be tricky with the spreads this year. Always go with the money line.
And, well, the Giants covered.
Well, the Giants did cover. I'm just saying.
27-24. Minnesota is now 11-0.
11-0.
In one
Let it be heard.
possession games. They've won 12 games, y'all. And here's the thing. By the Minnesota Vikings. You don't blow people out in the playoffs. What do? You play close games. Now, you want to point at the Colts game and say, well, that's why I don't believe in the Minnesota Vikings. Can't fault you too much there. But they make plays in the second half. They are not giving games away. We're talking about other teams giving games away. The Minnesota Vikings go out there and take games. And Kirk Cousins has had to play with his hair on fire because of how bad the defense has been. And Kirk Cousins has the weapons to be successful in the postseason. Justin Jefferson is putting together an unbelievable record-setting season for the Vikings. And then you still have Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, mix and match here, TJ Hawkinson, fantastic addition. He goes off 100-plus yards, 2 touchdowns against the Giants. Now, Kirk Cousins is hotter than bacon grease because he's had to pick up the mess that is the Minnesota Vikings defense. But winning close games is how you advance in the playoffs. Yeah, blowouts are nice, and we'll give you credit for that when you handle your business. But there's no style points in the NFL. Just win the game. So if you want to say, oh, I don't have the Vikings ranked over the Eagles or the 49ers, okay. But there's no reason not to believe this team can't be opposite the 49ers or opposite the Eagles in the NFC Championship game.
The defense does step up. They have been awful this year, but they do step up and they do make things happen though. And they've had some big moments and they've helped us win games too. And that's what the Minnesota. I'm turning this into a wee segment. The Minnesota Vikings do. It's just like on both sides. It's been so much fun. But Kirk Cousins deserves, as of this week, deserves some respect. Get rid of the narrative primetime. Get rid of whatever. He just keeps getting better. He has a new coach, and they figure out a way to win. It is not luck, JJ Buck. You are not 12-3 because you're lucky. You come back and you win games.
There's an element.
I'm sick of it. And guess what?
Creating your own luck because you have to,
I like
team,
creating your own luck is fine
because you have to put yourself in advantage to take, or you have to put yourself in situation to take advantage of when things go your way. There's an element of that in sport. There's an element of that in life. If you're not in position to take advantage of someone else's mistake, then you can never be lucky. And in sport, you have to do something at some point to get lucky. So it's not just luck. Because you could also be unlucky, and it could be very easy that this team is 0-11 in these games, or just 6-6. So there's an element of luck involved, but you have to be in position to take advantage of said luck. And they are making plays when it counts. And I know this man, Speech, has a question about Kirk Cousins. What's up, Speech? How you doing?
What's up? Hey, Marie, I love it. You're showing some fire sticking up for the purple. Now, JJ, I have a question. Can we put Kirk Cousins in the MVP talk now?
Yes. Yes. When you look at quarterbacks winning double-digit games, when you look at what he has done this season, he's top 5 in yards. You look at touchdowns, completion percentage, all the stuff that we give credit for, Kirk Cousins is on that list.
Right, and he has 8 game-winning drives. Yes, I think Kevin O'Connell has just empowered him, opened up the receivers. He has a good grasp of the system. I mean, Kevin worked with him before in Washington, and JJ has just made some unbelievable catches. I look for JJ to possibly go over 2,000 this year, and
it's possible.
Yes, I think
yards.
Kirk's making some good decisions.
playing good football.
He's on the
confident.
He's on the list.
He's a leader. But it's just funny to me. I just see it all weekend, JJ. I see people. Yeah. If anyone else in this league, anyone, and I love a lot of quarterbacks in the league, have game-winning drives. They're MVP candidates or whatever. But Kirk Cousins do it, and they're just lucky, and they're a bunch of frauds. Well,
when you get to 11-0, you're not just lucky.
You're not lucky.
You're not just lucky when you're 11-0 in one possession games. You're 6-6. Okay, lucky, low, unlucky, this and that. They are winning games late. They are taking advantage of someone else's mistake. And that's where you credit the Minnesota Vikings. When they make plays. You know, kind of similar how we're talking about Tom Brady, like not giving him the game. Well, stop giving the Vikings the game the same way.
Exactly.
They'll go out there and take it.
Aaron Rodgers,
but
we can go down the list.
Over and over and over. So I have a lot more belief in the Minnesota Vikings than I do the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And we're allowed mulligans too, but we need to win out just so we keep up with the number 2 seed. That's another thing I don't want to hear.
Speaking of nice weather.
Oh yeah.
Big time bowl games coming up.
Yes.
Rose Bowl. Bruin James hanging out in the...
He's going.
No, he's
Bruin
going.
James is going to the Rose Bowl.
Bruin James!
Like,
Are
literally
you still there,
going.
my man? What's up?
Good morning, gentlemen. Hey, Marie. Good morning, guys. Christmas Day was 80 degrees here in the IE, man.
Hot.
Woo! Nice and cold back east. So anyway, guys, just called and let you know that, to you Lobo fans, when Coach Wooden took over at UCLA, it was a terrible team. It wasn't very good. And then he started winning. And then alumni and his fans would come and say, oh, next year we need to win X amount of games. So they did. They won X amount of games. Then the next year is we need to win this. We need to win that. You know, to Lobo fans, you guys stay humble. You guys are in the top 20. Stay humble. Don't take winning and become conceited and all that. Just take it slow.
Oh, Bruin James.
Congratulations to you guys. You're in the top 25. Good job.
Oh, my gosh.
Good effort.
Good effort.
And as for NFL, the Cardinals coach is going to be gone. Zach Wilson, he's gone. He might as well do. I mean, he ain't going to play the rest of the year. He ain't going to play the next year. As for the Purple People Eaters, man, I mean, I get on their bandwagon, and then they pull the game like at Indianapolis, and then you're like, I knew they were going to do that. Then they come back and win, so you're like, you jump on, you jump off, you jump back on, and I don't know. They're a confusing team, man, to me. But I like them. But the team I got, my teams in the Super Bowl are the 49ers and the Bills. They're going to play for the Super Bowl. That's just me.
I like that.
I love talking to you guys. You guys are, I mean, awesome.
Appreciate that, Bruin James. You have yourself a good day out there in sunny California.
Stay humble, Lobo fans, man. Wow.
Talking about the 49ers and how much confidence we have in that team with Brock Purdy
pretty
is
awesome.
insane.
It's pretty awesome.
It is absolutely insane.
Pretty awesome.
That we still have them in that conversation with Mr. Irrelevant as their starting quarterback.
What a great story, though, if that's what happens.
Yes. But as we
I'm
see
all
here,
for it.
We're Tom Brady, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins slashing them, but we're like, all the belief in Brock Purdy. We're riding him all the way to the Super Bowl.
God, I hope they get to the NFC Championship.
Against the Vikings?
Sure.
505-246-0610.
I'm a realistic fan, JJ. I'm just saying put some respect on the Vikings for what they've done.
11-0 in one possession
What
games.
they've done.
That matters. Believe. Kirk Cousins hotter than bacon grease right now. And he's on the list. He's on the list.
He's having fun.
Talking MVPs.
Kirko James.
And JJ's get it done. That's all you need to know. It's opening drive here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
You should plan for the expected and insure against the unexpected. Get a quality.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet. So you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Dream Style Stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet. So you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are...
Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at the pit. Lobo men's basketball team opens up Mountain West play against Colorado State. Lobos coming in at number 22 in the Associated Press Top 25 poll that was released yesterday. They're 12-0. They still got some work to do. Now, here's the thing with New Mexico. If you're a fan, don't be humble.
Yeah.
That's for
Bruin,
players. That's for the coaching staff.
Dang, Bruin James trying to humble people over here.
Focus, next game, we're on to Cincinnati, all that mess. That's for players and coaches. If you're a fan, tweet this out, retweet this. Enjoy the moment.
Come to my pregame tomorrow.
Go party with A-Marie pregame at 377 Brewery.
Mm-hmm. Right around the corner from the pit. Awesome bar, kitchen. You can bring your kids. You can bring your dogs, lizards, pets, whatever. 4 to 6 tomorrow. Happy hour.
Like, that's what the top 25 is about. It's about enjoying the moment. Like, that stuff resonates for fans.
Yes.
Now, when we start talking about like net rankings, KenPom, the other stuff that you put together for a resume, yeah, that's a different conversation. And the Lobos, they still got some work to do. The net ranking, it's really good. KenPom, it's not too bad. So they're 66 in KenPom. And what is KenPom? It's one of the major rating systems. KenPom, where I put it together, it's on the list of things that coaches look at that goes on the resume sheet, the nitty-gritty, along with net rankings and KenPom rankings. So there's a variety of things that we can use to just try to figure out what these teams are all about. So Lobos are really good in the net ranking. They're 14. They're 66 in KenPom. That's a good place to be. But it kind of tells you that Lobos really need to avoid the bad loss in Mountain West play, because the SMU win, that was good at the time, and it showed you how good the Lobos were. SMU is not a good basketball team. They're 5-7 right now. So that's not necessarily a resume game. Like, might anticipated it to be earlier in the season. So you got 3 good games. You got St. Mary's, San Francisco. Or those games, 2 good games that are atop of it. And now you got to start picking them off at home. Colorado State, handle that one. Colorado State, top 100 team in KenPom and in net rankings. Start off on the right foot. 505-246-0610, 377 Brewery Hotline. Stan wants to talk about the Lobos. What's up, Stan? How you doing?
Hey, JJ, you guys were talking earlier on football about how luck is concerned and how a good team puts themselves in position maybe to get a little good fortune or a break in a game and take advantage of it. And I thought about the Lobos. What was that game? I think they were behind the whole game. And not till the last few minutes, I think it was House and Dent that they had a couple of shots went in. I think that was I was already counting that. I said, well, they've done good. This is on the road. It's a quality team. You know, I was almost ready to count it as a loss. And no, they came back. They hit a few shots. They battled hard, had a little bit of luck. Had it not been for a couple of shots they made, they'd have that one on their resume right now, and they would not be in the top 25. So that really changes the complexity of your season, having the luck and the fortune of putting yourself in that position. They're a great team, and I am so happy for them. It's been a long time in coming that the Lobo fans have had something to talk about, something good to talk about anyways. But that's all I wanted to say, and thank you guys for having your show. It's a wonderful show. I listen to it every morning. And thank you, Anne-Marie, for putting together a really cool thing right before the game time.
Oh, yeah. Spread the word, please. Thank you.
Well, Stan, we appreciate you tuning in to us every morning here on the opening drive. Thank you very much for that. And so it was a St. Mary's game that you're talking about. Rough start for the Lobos. They come back, make plays late. True road win at St. Mary's. That's good. So it's St. Mary's, San Francisco, Iona. So the Lobos are hanging their hat on right now for talking resume. So they still have work to do to really gain confidence in this team being an at-large team. And that's what you want to be. Yeah, you have the opportunity to go out there and win your conference tournament. But being an at-large team is where you're going to feel good. If you have that resume and then you go into Vegas and go, all right, if you go out there and win conference tournament, fantastic. Here's your automatic bid. But you don't want that to be your only avenue of getting to the postseason. And the Lobos are a good enough team where that doesn't have to be their only avenue this season. And there's plenty of opportunities in Mountain West play for these teams to build their resume. When you're looking right at New Mexico, San Diego State, Utah State, UNLV, Nevada, Boise State, Colorado State are top 100 games right now, both in the net ranking and in KenPom rankings. And why I keep referencing those are just two of the easiest ones to look at to get an idea of where teams sit. It starts Wednesday night. Hold serve at home. Start adding to that resume. Because there's also just as many landmines in Mountain West play as there are opportunities to add to your resume. And the team that jumps out right there is Wyoming. Their net ranking is 218, but the KenPom ranking is 139. So Graham Ike comes back. When will that be? That's a team. You go to Laramie, which the Lobos do on Saturday. 2 huge games right off the bat for this Lobo men's basketball team. At home against Colorado State, and then avoiding what would be a bad loss right now to Wyoming. But that's not going to be an easy team to play in Laramie in Mountain West play. I am so excited to watch this play out because there's good teams. And the conversation we're having with the Lobos, guess what? Utah State's having the same conversation. They're sitting there saying, why not us? With the non-conference resume that they put together. This is great for the Mountain West Conference. Opportunities for these teams. Once again, you're back looking at a multi-bid league. Phones are ringing. 505-246-0610 is the 377 Brewery hotline and text line. Take this break so we can continue to get your takes on the Lobos. It is the opening drive here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You might not have the biggest garage.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar for nearly 20.
AP Top 25.
Woo woo.
12-0 Lobos. Go nuts if you're a fan. That's what it's all about. The top 25 is for the fans.
Enjoy it. It's so much fun.
Yes, there's work to be
Fun
done.
team.
This is a team to believe in. Rich Pitino has got on the court. Starts, at least Mountain West play does, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Of course, you can hear the game over on News Radio KKOB, UNM Sports Radio Network, 6:30 pregame with Robert Portnoy and Hunter Green. JJ Buck, Amory, Symbieta in the Vacation Portal.
Vacation Portal is my new favorite thing, by the way.
Vacation Portal.
I know. 'Tis the season for
Not the transfer
all of
portal.
us to.
Vacation Portal.
Yeah, Vacation Portal.
505-246-0610, 377 Brewery Hotline. Rudy, good morning. You're on the opening drive. What's going on, Rudy?
We're 22. We're 22. Hey, it's about time. You know, this team has met every challenge, and what's your favorite saying, JJ? You are what your record says you are? So that's good stuff. And you just can't get tripped up, and they start the season with 2 long-time rivals. You know, that game up in Wyoming is always tough, but first things first. And I really like the way this team's playing. Let's see how the break went, right?
Yeah, for everyone.
You know, that's always the big thing. You're hot and you don't want to quit. This is like when you're ahead at halftime, you don't want a halftime break. You want to just keep playing. But it seems like a mature team. They're saying all the right things. Hopefully they're doing all the right things, and I can't wait for tomorrow night. Go Lobos.
Appreciate the phone call, Rudy. Ken, you're on the opening drive. What's going on, Ken?
Hey, yeah. So, I'm ranked in the top, 25. You're ranked in the top 25. Every Lobo fan, every New Mexican is ranked in the top 25. Today, we are kind of walking with a little giddy up in our step. We had family in from Colorado giving us a hard time about the football team. And then that ranking came out yesterday, and I just showed the phone to everybody and said 22 in the nation. And I don't care about tomorrow night. I don't care about Wyoming. I'm enjoying it right now. I'll worry about CSU tomorrow. But right now, I was not expecting this. You were not expecting this. Nobody was expecting this. If I would have told you when the season started we're going to be ranked in the top 25, undefeated, you'd be like, dude, you are drinking the Kool-Aid, bro. Put it down. But that's where we are. And what's nice about this team, the confidence that fans can have, is this is not a fluke. This is a good team. We don't rely on the three. We don't rely on this. We don't rely on that. We're very well balanced. We can beat you in so many ways. Our depth is not the greatest, but that's okay. It's good enough, obviously, to be 12-0. So I'm not worried about the future right now. Yesterday, today, I am just on cloud 9 because this doesn't happen that often. And so we just need to take a step back, and like you guys are kind of, setting the table. Let's just enjoy it, man. As fans, to see that New Mexico on that line it just gives me goosebumps. I'm like, yes. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate your time, and we'll all see all our family tomorrow night in the pit, and let's get it rocking, and let's have fun with it.
That's what it's about. And the top 25 is for the fans. It can be frustrating. We were talking about football and rankings, college football playoffs, and do they lean on the top 25 too much, this or that, yada, yada, yada. But it is absolutely for the fans. There's a reason they put these out every single week. There's a reason that when writers post their top 25 ballot, they get destroyed by fan bases on social media because people care about this. This before we got into net rankings and Ken Palm rankings and past RPI and these other metrics that have been put together, because somehow we got to figure out how to balance 300 plus teams in Division I basketball. It was about the top 25.
Which is insane to think about them being top 25.
Like, it was, open up the paper, you look at the top 25 rankings. The scoreboard, it starts with the top 25 teams in the country. Like, that matters. And that is exactly, Ken, Rudy, the feelings of Lobo fans right now. Something you haven't felt in a while. You got to go back. Kendall Williams, Hugh Greenwood. That's not like that was forever ago. That group. But there were a lot of bumps in the road to get back to this point. And then when you look at this team, the front court depth, that would be a concern. If you lose Udeze or Alec, you're in trouble. But there's not a lot of teams that can back up every position and feel good. Like, the Lobos have two good guards off the bench, Donovan and KJ Jenkins. You like that rotation. Like, Sek and Forsling are matchup-based guards to give you the minutes they need, depending on, or forwards, depending on the style of play. Like, so this team has everything in place to keep it rolling in conference play and absolutely enjoy the moment. And you get to start conference play at home against Colorado State tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. 505-246-0610. That is the 377 Brewery hotline and text line this morning. Hang out with A-Marie before the game at 377 Brewery. 4 to 6 on Wednesday.
Tomorrow. You guys, you love free stuff too. We're giving away prizes, gift cards, future Lobo tickets. There's food specials. I mean, there's no excuse for you not to be at 377 Brewery tomorrow if you're going to the game. Or if you just want to
hang out.
Hang out there.
Then go to the
game.
game.
It's going to be awesome. It's right around the corner from the pit.
Right around the corner from the pit. Conference play starts this week. Lobo women have one more non-conference game Thursday night against South Carolina State. And then they'll open up conference play on Sunday against Air Force. They're a team that played a really tough non-conference schedule. Some frustration with the women. I think that's okay. Missed opportunity. I think they really wanted to have the Arizona State game. Sort of help them feel better about their non-conference schedule. But now they have to turn that challenge into something positive for Mountain West play, where the Lobo men just got to keep it rolling. It is the opening drive here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
I'm Omar Reese with NFL Network Now on the
Young, here's one up off the rim. Jarek Dudahl with that shot, and Mask underneath. Defense is not there in time. Good move by Justin Mask. Well, first.
Nice pass. That's working that flex offense right there. And there's another timeout for Coach Barella.
Montez scans the scene, finds the corner, shot is up. Ooh, there's another one. Aris, that's 9 for Aris as she's hit.
And Coach Segura said there have been some injuries on preps as far as the players, so maybe playing zone right now.
Fight's 3 is good. Jackson Fight knocks it down for the left side, from the left side for the Sun Devils. They lead by 10.
They're playing.
A perfect 36 on his ACT composite. Big 3! Buried in by Dylan McCleskey.
Trifectas of her own. Fires it off down low. Campos off the glass, and there it is. Look at
how quick this shot. They got a shot up with 5 seconds. Transition 3 is up, and it's in at the buzzer by Ian Tonsberg. Picture perfect execution. Ball didn't hit the ground in 5 seconds.
Ball is stolen away by Montoya. Sartans are on the break. Kalb finds Trujillo. Pump fake. Trujillo was rejected by Terrell. Rebounded by Kalb. Hook shot is up. It's good. 2 points for Brian Kalb.
Go one-on-one, and this is good things usually happen. Oh, great.
H.J. Rivera with... I think the story in this one is the pressure defense that is turned up. They force another turnover. Kalb's on the break.
Throw it down.
Kalb puts it down. Brian Kalb with the dunk in transition.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Us.
7 o'clock in the morning.
7 a.m. where have you been? 7 a.m. where is your brother?
Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with 3-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Bond.
Some breaking NFL news for you this morning. JJ Watt going to retire after this season. The Arizona Cardinals defensive lineman for Houston Texans, who's had his moments as the most dominant defensive player in the NFL, is retiring from the NFL after this season. And what a lost year it is for Arizona. Kyler Murray have his ACL surgery today, so he's on the rehab track. Cliff Kingsbury, will he be coaching Kyler Murray next season? As we know, Nathaniel Hackett won't be coaching Russell Wilson next season. The Denver Broncos fired him yesterday. And where do you start with some of these teams? It's the opening drive here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal. JJ Buck, A. Marie with you this morning. Symbieta in the vacation portal this week. Before the Denver Broncos embarrassed on Christmas Day, the only way to watch that game was on Nickelodeon. Then you get roasted by Patrick Starr. Everyone deserved to get slimed. Baker Mayfield was the MVP. Nickelodeon most valuable player. 51 points. Nathaniel Hackett.
Oh my gosh.
Lost this team week 1. And it's always easy to scream about the head coach. And, I appreciate Tony got in earlier, Broncos fan, saying, he didn't want to just pile on. He wanted to give Nathaniel Hackett an opportunity. Sometimes you just see it. And you saw it week 1 that Hackett was in over his head. And it didn't get better. And it's not just on Nathaniel Hackett. He was a swing and a miss. It goes to Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson has to decide, what does he have left and what can he be for the rest of this contract for the Denver Broncos? Because it's not on the next head coach to fix Russell Wilson. This isn't a second-year quarterback. We're not talking about Zach Wilson. We're talking about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson needs to fix himself. He is a veteran quarterback that's won a lot of games in the NFL. It's not on a head coach to fix Russell Wilson. It's not on a coach to come in with a better system and develop Russell Wilson. It's on him to fix himself because he looked like a rookie. Was he even trying on Sunday?
No.
And we can all tell when bad teams are playing hard. And there was an element of that with the Broncos defensively all season long until Sunday. And they cast in their chips. There's no leadership on that team. Brett Rippon, trying to tell the offensive lineman, hey, would you like to help Russell Wilson up after he got sacked? And then one of the offensive linemen, Dalton Reiser, shoving him on the sideline, telling him to bleep off. Randy Gregory, the defensive end who they gave a ton of money to in free agency, punching at Rams offensive lineman after the game. It's not just a Nathaniel Hackett problem. The Broncos have an organizational problem right now. Yeah, they need a head coach to come in and solidify everything. But the offseason, it starts with the players. And the one at the top is Russell Wilson. Because it's not about a coach fixing it. It's not about a better system. It's a veteran quarterback, man. figure out what you want to do in your career at this point in time. 505-246-0610, the 377 Brewery.
Guys are blowing it up.
Hotline. Marty, you're on the opening drive. Good morning, Marty.
Good morning, both of you guys. Where's Jeff? Is he stranded at Southwest Airlines somewhere?
You might be finding a car ride
it's just
somewhere.
us. Sorry. I know you all are sad.
No, we're not sorry. I'm kind of glad. I'd rather hear both of you than him.
Oh, come on.
Yes, Marie. So I got 3 questions for A. Marie.
Why not JJ?
Well, I like you better.
Okay.
Starting with this. So who should win the NFL offensive MVP? Is it Kirk Cousins, Patrick Mahomes, or Josh Allen?
Who are you giving the
I'm taking
MVP
my
to?
fandom out of this. It's a toss-up between Patrick Mahomes and Kirk Cousins. But regular season?
Yeah.
I would say regular season. You know what? I'm sticking by my team. I'm going with Kirk Cousins.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay, next one is, can anybody from Minnesota coach in New Mexico and win immediately? A la
Jerry Kill.
Rick Pitino, Jerry Kill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's a true. Okay.
Is that a question, Marty, or are you just telling me?
It was, yeah. That
okay,
was
yeah.
Considering,
That's right.
Now, the next one is, would you vote Rick Pitino, Mountain West basketball coach of the year now?
As of this week?
Well, no, not week. For, they still have to play the rest
Yeah,
of the
the
year.
league play.
23.
Hmm.
Would he finish as coach of the year in the Mountain West?
I think it's a candidate.
Marty, if the Lobos
What do you
finish...
think? What do you think? Can JJ answer this with me? I think this should be more of a discussion than a question.
If the Lobos are...
yes,
I think,
this is great.
If they are a top 2 team. Because right now, San Diego State...
We're going to league play.
Deservedly so, they should still be favored. Even though they're
Between
not
the
ranked.
two.
So I went
Based
from
off schedule.
This team should be top 4 before the season started to they're top 2 contender in the Mountain West. That would put Richard Pitino as Mountain
it's
West
too
coach.
early, but
Yes.
this is amazing.
It would.
Marty, come out to my pregame tomorrow.
And that is one that I'm sure someone pointed it out before, but he's absolutely right. Richard Pitino, Minnesota, comes down to the Lobos. Year 2, it's popping. Jerry Kill, of course, his Minnesota time was cut short due to health issues, but he finds his way back to coaching and wins a bowl game in year 1 with New Mexico State. Go back to the phones. Mud, what's going on? How you doing, Mud?
All right, yourself?
Doing good, man.
How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Merry Christmas to you guys. Just wanted to call, and I'm proud that the Lobos are ranked 22nd in the country. I don't know if that matters to anybody, but it matters to me. I think that they're going to take it a little bit further. I think they're going to maybe stumble, but not yet. I think that if they keep on playing where they're playing, they're going to have it's going to be a tough out for them. They're solid everywhere, man. I mean, they're deep and the 3-point line and inside, outside. I mean, it's just crazy to see this team, man. It's just like exciting and scary for the other teams. So go Lobos. I hope to see you guys out there. I might be out there tomorrow, depending on work and whatnot. So we'll see what happens, man. Go Lobos. Right.
Lobos are not going undefeated. We get that.
It's hard to go undefeated.
They're not doing
any
that.
team. It's hard,
especially
to go
with how
undefeated.
good the Mountain West is. So yeah, they're going to have their moments where they slip up. It might even be early. It might be at home. Colorado State, UNLV. If you were to drop a game, those are the ones you'd want to lose, as opposed to, say, against Wyoming or Fresno State, San Jose State Air Force. Because the Lobos still have some work to do to solidify themselves as an at-large team. But the Mountain West presents a fantastic opportunity to do that. You come in with 3 good wins on your resume. St. Mary's, San Francisco, Iona. Solid wins. But work to do. And the Mountain West gives the Lobos that opportunity to continue to build an at-large resume, because that's what you want to be. You don't want to be a team that has to win 3 games in 3 days to get to the NCAA tournament. A lot of teams are in that basket. But when you're in a multi-bid league, which the Mountain West is trending towards this season, the net rankings, the KenPom rankings, really good. Because the conversation we're having about New Mexico this morning, same conversation Utah State's having. They're sitting there going, why not us right now? And I know Jeff Grammer, Albuquerque Journal, posted them yesterday, the updated odds to win the Mountain West Conference after non-conference play, and Utah State was actually ahead of the Lobos. Utah State was 5-1. Lobos were 9-1 behind San Diego State. And you have to love that if you're a basketball fan, because those are the opportunities that you need to solidify your resume. Opportunities and landmines every single week in Mountain West play. 505-246-0610, 377 Brewery Hotline and text line. Rolling along this morning, JJ Buck, A. Murray on ProView Networks and right here on The Sports Animal.
Telling it like it is.
Dak.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am an Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
I don't think you get to hang a banner for being 12-0 and ranked 22nd in the country. But as a fan base, you get to enjoy it. There's one thing to question and push back, which is what we do. Having fun, talking sports, going back and forth, getting a little emotional at times, wearing your heart on the sleeve. There's someone on the text line. I wonder, why do you even listen to this brand of talk radio if it doesn't make sense to you? Yes, the Minnesota Vikings are very lucky this year, contrary to your KNML crew's selective and self-serving use of data analysis of your co-host's favorite team.
It's not because they're my favorite team.
We all interpret things different ways to try to form opinions and reactions to things. But you really dislike what we do, but yet you tune in every day, so
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you very much.
you.
It is the opening drive.
It's very entertaining.
JJ Buck, A. Marie with you, hanging out, talking sports, chilling after the holiday weekend.
I'm sorry, that just makes me laugh. Oh, so
It's
the
like
Vikings
you-
are just
it's like you hate-
Amory is just
there's
saying
some
that the
things you probably,
Vikings are
like,
good because they're her favorite
hate
team.
watch.
No, they're second.
Contrary to the
second
KNML crew's
in the
selective and
NFC.
self-serving data analysis. We all interpret things different ways when we watch sports. When we come here, throw it out there, see what's up. It's the whole point of this.
Guess
Why do you
what?
hate
Yeah.
listening to this format then?
Guess what? Yeah, they are my favorite team, and I love that they're number 2 in the NFC right now, and they're 12-3. It's fun.
It's fun. Everybody love everybody.
It's fun. We're having fun
Well,
here.
It's fun. It is.
I'm
Dang
sorry
it.
that they're top 4 in the NFC right now.
If you're telling me,
Because it's my favorite team. That's why we like them. Oh, hush your mouth, by the way. Call in, actually. I dare
11-0.
you to call in.
if
I would love that, actually.
you want to sit here and power rank things, I'll take the Eagles and 49ers right now over
So
the
will
Vikings.
I. So will I.
That's fine. But it's one game
Because of their
scenarios in the
defenses.
postseason. You play one game scenarios. And if we're talking about the Vikings in that scenario, they can be a team that could end up in the NFC Championship game because of what they do late in contests. We were talking about the Dallas Cowboys. You should not be scared of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, if you hand them an opportunity in one-score game late in the fourth quarter, okay, Tom Brady can get it done. But they were down 10 points to Trace McSorley in the fourth quarter until turnovers. So, yes, we are picking apart things. It's what we do. But at some point in time, even with a poor defense, you credit the Minnesota Vikings for taking advantage of these situations. They are 11-0. And to get lucky in sports, to have luck go your way, you have to be in position to take advantage of those situations, of the ball bouncing your way. It's a part of it. There's a lot that goes into winning an NFL game. When a team is 11-0 in one possession games, I'm going to believe that they could do that in the postseason. 505-246-0610. Mike, you're on the opening drive. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, good morning in this beautiful city. Hey, great to be a Lobo fan, as always, win or lose. You know, we got to support as we do. The great fan base showed up last game. Hopefully tomorrow it's just as rowdy and crazy, because that's usually what wins divisions is home wins. You know, we're going to lose some on the road. We know that. So you got to win them at home. and hopefully tomorrow's the start of that in the division. But also wanted to mention SMU. I mean, they went I think they won 3 out of 4 games to take second in the last second shot from Hawaii. That could have also gone great for when they're the committee sitting there trying to decide, if the Lobos are good enough to make it to the NCAA and then at large if we don't win it outright. And they look at wins like that on the road and look at their power rankings. I think that's going to turn out to be a really good one, a really good win for us. But we had SMU down there, we had Leona down there, and Utah State looked phenomenal. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised they didn't win it all. But, the ball bounces funny sometimes.
Yeah, Mike, appreciate the phone call. And you look at that SMU team that they're sitting there 5-8. What he's talking about is, the Diamond Head Classic we saw over the weekend, and SMU beat Iona 85-81, beat Utah State 77-74, then Hawaii beat them on a buzzer beater. And those are 3 teams, Iona, Utah State, SMU, that be talking about linked to the Lobos all season long. When the Lobos went out there early in the season, that was a convincing road victory, 84-63. So is SMU going to be a marquee game on the Lobos' resume? No. Could it improve? It absolutely could, as they get into American Athletic Conference play. But when you have convincing, true road games, those are solid. You got an early peek at who this team was going to be this season, because right now SMU just 5-8. I think what was looking at the Ken Palm, are they down in 154? So it's not a great win right now, but the way they handled that game is what you take from it as you move forward. And it was a quiet weekend of college hoops, except out there in Hawaii. Had some fantastic finishes. And yeah, looking ahead to the start of Mountain West play tomorrow night. JJ Buck, A-Marie with you here on the opening drive.
I've calmed down.
It's okay.
Oh, no.
That's what I love.
I am not apologizing.
I know, but
for
I'm
my
one
job.
I do get emotional. I ride that wave.
We do
that's who I am.
That's why the text line's like that. They're emotional too.
Well,
we're all sports fans at the end of the day.
For 17 years of my life, been in radio.
But let me tell you something. When you get on the media side, your fandom changes. It really does. Like, I have calmed down so much as a sports fan.
Absolutely, it does change the way you look at things.
Analyze. I have to break down. I have to look at all angles, not just my favorite teams. My favorite team just has to be a really fun, hot topic right now, and that's why we're talking about it and giving you the data and the facts and the stats. So, sorry.
But that's
not sorry.
What keeps me going is I still do care about it. Like, you can take a step back, look at the whole picture, but ride that emotional wave at times. It gets you going. Because even the best in the biz, we're talking about the big dogs. The Romes, Colin Cowherd. I know Jim Rome says he doesn't root, but you can't do this every single day if there's not an emotional aspect to it.
And which
if
talking
you can't
heads
flip that switch,
like what teams they like.
But if you can't flip that switch to get going about something, you're just going through the motions, and it ain't gonna work. Even for the biggest of the big dogs in this business. And that's what I love about trying to figure out things late in the season in the NFL. Because there's 2 conversations that happen when we sit here and we get hyper-focused on Super Bowl champion. Oh, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
And the narratives that come with it.
But there's a path to get there. And sometimes you can break it down to the simplest thing, and that's win your first playoff game. So if you're ranking teams of who do you believe can win multiple playoff games, sure, some of these teams we're talking about might be down on your list. But in opening round scenarios, you know what I'm buying right now? The Vikings and Cowboys. I'm not scared of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You can sit there and say, well, the Dallas Cowboys needed 4 turnovers to win that game. Okay. I think they can score on the Buccaneers defense and won't need turnovers to win that game because the Eagles are a much better roster overall, a better team, even with Gardner Minshew, than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are with Tom Brady right now. For the Minnesota Vikings, it's rare you blow teams out in the playoffs. We don't get a lot of games.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen like it was during
the
Rams
over the Cardinals last year.
Also, everyone has their bad games during the regular season. It's really hard to just have a perfect game, perfect season.
And it's really hard to go out there and beat someone like that in the playoffs. And so if I'm going to start breaking down one-off scenarios, saying, all right, how's this team going to fare in a tight game situation? I kind of like the team that's 11-0 in one-possession games.
Yeah. Hey, and I know. Thank you for that data, JJ Buck. And you know who else I'm more nervous about? And they're sneaking in maybe? An Aaron Rodgers or a Jared Goff, the same quarterbacks in the NFC North as the Minnesota Vikings. How about that? I'm more nervous to face Dan Campbell and Jared Goff or Matt LaFleur and Aaron Rodgers than I am Tom Brady and the damn Buccaneers. I really am.
Yeah. I would put Green Bay there.
I mean,
that
come on.
was a reality check for the Detroit Lions. What in the world happened at Carolina? We thought that'd be a tough game, similar to what we saw against the Jets. But I did not know the Detroit Lions run defense was going to be melted butter.
320 rushing yards
melted
against them.
Butter.
Also, but the NFC North defenses are all trash right now. They have star players and they have come out in big moments like the Green Bay Packers did against the Miami Dolphins. And you saw Jair Alexander do a little waddle when he left the game. But at the end of the game, though, overall, they give up a lot of points and they give up a lot of yards. And I'm more scared to face an Aaron Rodgers or a Jared Goff in the playoffs than I am Tom Brady now.
So there are 2 wild card spots still open in the NFC. Right now, 6 and 7, it's the Giants, it's the Commanders. You have the Seahawks, Lions, Packers, all 7 and 8. Panthers are still sitting there because somehow, some way they could win that division. With the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That's another great storyline of my favorite this year.
To get a strong look at being the head coach of the Carolina Panthers. Of those teams, you're looking at the Giants, the Commanders, who are back to Carson Wentz, by the way. Seahawks, Lions. The Packers are the team you don't want to see. Because Aaron Rodgers is still that dude. Now, Christian Watson, I don't know if he's ever going to be healthy enough to play multiple games. He's hurt again. But the Seahawks, cool story, man. Geno Smith, awesome. The Lions, oh my goodness. That was more than just a bad game against the Carolina Panthers. But yes, here we are, somehow, some ways, talking about Aaron Rodgers being a factor in the playoffs. 505-246-0670, 377 Brewery hotline and text line this morning. Quick Lane Bowl. What does that mean? Not just for New Mexico State, but for how Lobo fans feel about the direction of their football program. It's next here at 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Haters gonna hate, but the Raider Nation never cared if anyone liked them anyway.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend. Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Dream Star Stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather.
I was a little surprised. I just assumed Jared Kill had won a bowl game at some point in time.
Yeah, no. 0-5. I'm so
0-5.
happy for him. I've really enjoyed him on the show this year, too, so can't wait till we can catch up with him.
Mexico State beats Bowling Green in the Quick Lane Bowl, 24-19.
Come on. How fun.
Depends on who you are.
Well, not Bowling Green, but yeah.
So, New Mexico State, they finished season 7-6. Now, here's a way to look at their season. The win on the road at Liberty gave them the opportunity to submit the waiver. The Valparaiso game had nothing to do with it. Yes, they beat 2 FCS teams. You can point that out. 2 of those 7 wins are against FCS football teams. So if you wanted to, you could say they finished the season 6-6. That's fine. It still was an unbelievable year for New Mexico State because they had 0 expectations. This was starting not at the bottom. This was leveling the ground to even start to build the foundation for New Mexico State football with Jared Kill taking over this season. and the coaching staff to getting offensive weapons. Diego Pavia, the way he finished the season was unbelievable. They kept putting up those numbers. It's like 11 touchdowns, 1 interception. And he throws the pick late in the first half. Jared Kill wasn't happy going into halftime. Can't turn over the damn football. But the kid from Albuquerque goes 17 of 29, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns, that 1 interception. He adds 65 yards on the ground. He was phenomenal. And for New Mexico State to give themselves the opportunity to get the waiver and then capitalize on it, that is unbelievable in year 1 for what that football team was starting with. And it has people scratching their head going, well, what are you supposed to do? And I know it's been a big topic of conversation when we look at Lobo football right now, is this timeline. It's been 3 years, and how is New Mexico State offensively better than the Lobos in just 1 year? Because they were. Better playmakers, better quarterback. And it does put more pressure on the Lobos because some of those people that might be on the fence, how long should Danny get? Where are they? Do they have to win 6 games next season? You see what's going on in Mexico State, and you're just like, how? Why? And it's a really tough position to be in right now for the Lobos, because what New Mexico State has done, not only did they beat you on the football field, they go out there and win a bowl game in 1 year under Jared Kill. That puts more pressure on your team because it has some of those fans that might be on the fence swaying one way. Well, we are still giving how much time for what? For this? And so, yeah, it was a huge win for New Mexico State. Their fans, who will take every opportunity possible to take a shot at Albuquerque, even if the Lobos are not involved. You saw that shirt on social media. And anytime the Lobos and Aggies meet up, we're talking softball, soccer, basketball, when the men get back at it next year. You saw the rivalry was reignited this season with the women. What Jody Adams was supposed to do. The Lobos have absolutely dominated that rivalry and just split the season. Like, it matters that much more because there is a carryover effect for every sport because of what these fan bases are feeling right now. The basketball team is pretty much hiding. They're just kind of like, hey, just don't talk about us right now. Everything that's going on. They're just putting their head down. They're going to play Southern Utah, start whack play, try to get back on track. They lost to Kent State and beat North Carolina A&T to wrap up non-conference play down there in El Paso. But what the football team has done does have an effect on both programs and fan bases because it might change how some people look at the future. 505-246-0610, 377 Brewery Hotline. Howard wants to talk about his Cowboys. Howard, what's going on, man?
Good morning, guys. Hope you all had a very nice Christmas. You know, calling with a little bit of frustration in my heart today. I mean, my Cowboys can't seem to get any respect whatsoever. I mean, the topic yesterday, or excuse me, on Sunday was that, you know, we almost gave the game away, that we got 4 turnovers, blah, 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 blah. You know, we won. You know, I saw Edward mention that we were 1 play away from losing that game. But, I mean, how can you make that comment? I mean, because 3rd and 30, I know that was a very fortuitous play for the Cowboys because, you know, they pulled something out of their hat there that worked, and I was pretty excited about it. And, I mean, the thing about it is, the line still has to protect Dak. Dak still needs to make that throw. T.Y. Hilton still needs to make that catch. There are variables involved, and that play was executed, and, you know, and they blazed the path towards their victory, in my opinion. And I don't think they get any respect. I mean, the mentions of who's going to be in the NFC Championship game. San Francisco, Philadelphia, Minnesota, they're all mentioned before the Cowboys. Cowboys went into Minnesota and beat them in their own house by 37 points. They went into the Eagles' house with a backup quarterback and lost by 9. They battled in that game. Nothing is a given, and there's things going on in Philadelphia right now. We don't know what's going to happen with Jalen Hurts. How long is Brock Purdy going to continue to execute? I think the Cowboys have as good a chance as anybody, and I feel like Dak has really been, he's been maligned this year, even though I feel like he's been playing pretty well.
Howard, appreciate the phone call. And your take on the Dallas Cowboys is right in line with how Minnesota Vikings fans are feeling. And if we talk about one-off scenarios, right now, I will take the Dallas Cowboys over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the road in the first round of the playoffs. And that puts you in a semifinal game and gets you to the next step. The way Dak Prescott finished that game was fantastic. And that's the Dak Prescott you're going to need. The Dallas Cowboys offense is going to need Dak to make some big-time plays. It's not as simple as, hey, we just need to run the ball and manage the game when you get into the playoffs. When you look at the quarterbacks, it's not just the AFC. Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. Justin Herbert's going to finally get his shot. Lamar Jackson's going to come back. Dak Prescott shouldn't be too far behind Kirk Cousins. You should not be overlooking Dak Prescott for Brock Purdy. That's just a comment on how good the 49ers roster is overall. But the Cowboys and Vikings are on similar paths going into the playoffs. Yeah, you can look back at that game. 40-3. You can't take that off the board. But that's also not necessarily how round 2 would go in these matchups. And so I think Cowboy fans and Viking fans probably are feeling similar things where everyone's overlooking Kirk Cousins, saying, y'all just lucky. You're no good. The Cowboys are like, Dak Prescott, you needed 4 turnovers. Yeah, there's a similar feeling between both those fan bases. And if you want to break it down, say one game, yeah, both those teams could easily be playing for a chance to get to the NFC Championship game. 505-246-0610. 377 Brewery Hotline. Ryan wants to talk about those Lobos. Ryan, what's going on, man?
How's it going? I just wanted to say what a great day to be a sports fan in New Mexico. You know, the Lobos are in the top 25 in basketball. The Aggies just won a bowl game. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like everything's coming together, and it's, you know, I'm a big Aggie fan, and I'm so excited. I'm having the best week. I'm a Cowboy fan. They beat the Eagles. I'm an Aggie fan. They won a bowl game, and I always support the Lobos when they're not playing the Aggies, and they're looking pretty good. So it's been fun, but more than anything, I just want, huge shout-out to Coach Gill, the turnaround that he had. His first season at the helm, and then you see also the recruiting class he's brought in next year. It's really fun to be an Aggie fan right now.
Ryan, appreciate the phone call, and absolutely. Enjoy these moments. They are few and far between of when you can just feel good about your sports team. Because the season for everyone except one team ends with a loss. And when you can have some moments, enjoy it. Fly that. All right, you're not going to hang a banner? Maybe make a flag. The number 22 on it. Fly it. Put it on your car. The Lobos. Jerry Kill is unbelievable. What he did at New Mexico State. It wasn't even about winning games this season. It was just about, all right, let's get through this year, bring in the next recruiting class, and we'll see what happens. And they're out there winning a bowl game. And the pressure that puts on the Lobos, yes, that puts pressure on the Lobos because you have fans that might be on the fence that are getting swayed. They're like, wait a second. Why is it 3 years in, the Lobos can't find a quarterback, the Lobos can't have an offense, and 1 year Jerry Kill is out there winning a bowl game? It's a trickle-down effect. It adds to the rivalry. It absolutely does. And what's going on this year, on and off the field stuff, it all comes together. Because when it's all said and done next year, we're looking at all these teams going toe-to-toe, whether it's on the football field, basketball, soccer, softball, you name it. That rivalry matters. When you have performances like you're seeing from a Lobo men's basketball team, the split we saw from women's basketball, which out of nowhere reignited that rivalry this season, and then the differences between the two football programs right now, the Rio Grande rivalry is definitely something to pay attention to. 505-246-0610, the 377 Brewery Hotline. Text line, it is the opening drive here on 95.9 FM AM 610D Sports Animal. This is John Marks with a CBS Sports Minute. James Harden could end up
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. A Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare.
So both Richard Petito and Mike Bradbury will meet with the media today. We'll find out how the holiday break, a few days away from the team, went for everyone. I know someone just had a question.
Yeah,
Did all the players
I
make
wish,
it back?
I hope so.
We'll find out today.
I know traveling was crazy. And again, come to my pregame tomorrow before we take down Colorado State, right around the corner from the pit, 377 Brewery. Free. You love free stuff, guys. It's happy hour, food specials, new beers, prize giveaways. We're giving away Lobo tickets to future games. Come on down, 4 to 6, 377 Brewery. Hang out with your girl.
Both coaches will meet with the media today, so we'll find out if there's anyone that's still trying to find their way back. If you're looking for a way back, hopefully you run into Joe Golding. He's the head coach of the UTEP men's basketball team. Him and his family were in Dallas, and they got stuck. All the cancellations that are going on. And they ran into a couple Pitt football players. And the Pitt football players trying to get back to El Paso too. Because what's happening in El Paso on Friday? Well, it's the Sun Bowl. It's Pitt versus UCLA. You can hear that game right here on the Sports Animal on Friday. The Sun Bowl. So Joe Golding and his family helped 3 Pitt football players get to El Paso because they all hopped in a car and took the 600-mile trip because Texas is insanely large. They're from Dallas to El Paso. And sometimes you need that. Planes, trains, and automobiles. And we've seen a bunch of stories like that recently. People just hooking up in the airport. You're standing there trying to rent a car. Like, hey, where are you going? You going this way? You going that way? All right, let's get together. Jump in this van and let's go.
What a great idea.
The UTEP head football coach helped 3 Pitt players get from Dallas to El Paso because it's a nightmare if you're in an airport right now. And we'll find out. All the men and women made it back to practice today for the Lobos when their coaches will meet with the media later this morning. And, of course, we'll have all the relevant sound for you tomorrow on the opening drive from both coaches. JJ Buck, A. Marie, 505-246-0610, the 377 Brewery hotline. Terry, good morning. How you doing, Terry?
Good morning, JJ. Good morning, A. Marie. Hope you all and your families had a wonderful Christmas.
You, Terry. You too, Terry.
Yeah, that brings up a store sad. I don't know. My kids, whether they'll be able to make it to Albuquerque or not, who knows? I just want them to be safe. Talking QBs. Oh, Pat's QB, whether I call him Mac Davis or Floor Matt Jones, whatever, up for dirtiest player in the league, trying to be the Grayson Allen of the NFL. Isn't it wonderful to have something like that? That play he pulled, I can't really call it a play, was ridiculous, trying to take the legs out of that one Bengal. But, those things happen. It's always why I like hockey, because, you settled it on the ice, and whether it was that person or the team's representative would go out and take care of business for them. Dak, at the end of the game, the Cowboys survived, but running out of bounds at 2:01, and then the next play taking a 9-yard sack. I know they went over it in the game. It was just like that play, he should have just thrown it through the end zone because the 2-minute warning was going to happen, and they could have tried from the 5. But they did survive, but I don't know if something like that will come back and bite them in the playoffs. But also kickers, it's nice to have the home field. You got A. Marie's team being able to kick a 61-yarder, and then other stadiums in the league trying to kick an extra point was just a total crapshoot, whether it was to stay within the stadium with the wind and all that. But on those notes,
it's my team, yes.
they did it. 61-yarder. I mean, you know, it's
Home
nice
field
to have
advantage.
a kicker these days. that can make
Franchise record.
Yeah, so good for him, good for you, and all that. So, you know, what it was last year, the 4 seed won the Super Bowl. Year before, 5 seed. So, you know, it's an open contest. So, you guys have a great day. Take care. Be safe.
That's why you play for home field advantage.
Yeah. Inside a dome is nice.
You'll be kicking 61-yard field goals at home and say not at Soldier Field.
Yeah, no.
At that point in the season. So what he was referencing was Mac Jones. He threw an interception, and on the interception return, he went out of his way and dove at the legs of Eli Apple. By the way, Eli Apple did not have the football. He was just running behind
that was
the play.
so weird.
And the NFL fined Mac Jones $11,000 for that. So it kind of came out, Eli Apple calling Mac Jones a dirty player. There's some buzz. And you watch the video and you're like, oof, that was like...
Maybe he's been working on it since like Chandler Jones
Like that's what he
stuffed him
needed
in
to
the
do
ground.
against Chandler
So
Jones.
maybe I'll all week after the Raiders the Patriots' dumbest play. Maybe that's what they were doing, JJ. He worked on his tackling. And,
Yes. But it was when you see the video,
I'm just
Mac Jones
kidding.
just goes out of his way to dive at a player that's not involved in
I'm just kidding, by the way.
the play. No, you might be right.
Jokes.
Great job, everyone.
Great job.
2 thumbs up. Good job. Good effort. Appreciate you joining us in the opening drive this morning. Fun stuff as always. Big day. Always a big day. A huge day tomorrow. We'll get you ready for Lobos and Colorado State. As both coaches meet the media today, we'll find out. Did the players make it back? How are they feeling? Men and women ahead of their games this week. We got the Jim Rome Show coming up next. Colin Cowherd at 1. The boys tuning on with you at 4 o'clock. And we'll back with you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Amory, awesome job. Have a day.
Thank you, JJ Buck.
Everybody, meta world, peace and love. We'll talk tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-8255. 9543.
Here at Clark's Pets, we understand your pets. We take meticulous time to find out more about them. Dig deep into their world to understand their needs. We do research for knowledge of each pet, so you can trust Clark's Pets to provide you the best products and service for your pets, because we work hard to understand all of their needs. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Well, I'm